is it exciting to be the first person to teach a happiness class?
That is not me. That is the person who preceded me, Hawk Santos.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay. Psychopaths. They're hidden in plain sight, like quiet luxury. Today I'm sitting down with Ariel Baskin-Summers, whose study is who's a scientist. You study psychopaths. Sorry, people affected by being a psychopath. Mm-hmm. Men outnumber women psychopaths 6-1. What are we doing to address that inequity?
Nothing.
Okay. 1% of people are psychopaths. So in the United States alone, that's upwards of 1,000 people. Just to help me understand the math here, is there a way we could frame it in terms of football fields?
No.
Starbucks is?
Probably, but I'm not good at mental math.
Dunkin' Donuts, maybe because it's more men.
Sure.
Psychopaths are 1% of the population, 25% of the prison population, and 99% of my exes. That was just a joke. but really.
That's not the first time I've heard this on this campus.
Yeah, it's, maybe we can chat after this. His name is Josh. You are a clinical psychologist, but you don't practice.
I do, actually. Yep. I run a clinic for people who are formerly incarcerated.
So not like you're not taking...
I'm not taking Yale College students, no.
Unless they've
been to prison.
Maybe we can chat after this. I want to talk about positive psychology, which is a very exciting alternative to bummer psychology. Is Lori Santos nice?
Yes.
She is? Like, do you think that we would get along?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I don't really know you that well, but sure.
Do you think you could put us in touch?
I think you could be put in touch.
Sounded like a promise. With your knowledge of psychology and human flourishing, how much crypto does it take to be happy?
I don't know that much about human flourishing, but if I follow what Lori says, there's some amount that is less than we expect.
Less than we expect?
Yes.
Okay. Sell some of my Bitcoin, Betty, okay? Sell it, okay? We are two brains talking about brains, and we're brains processing information about brains. Like, what does psychology have to say about that?
I'm not sure.
Don't you think it's a little narcissistic that out of all the things brains could study, they choose to study themselves?
Well, there's something called me search. People study things that they identify with.
Do you feel like that has led your own work?
There are parts of me that I can see that are risky and impulsive. I've done some stuff in my past.
Like?
Things that are risky and impulsive, and even illegal.
Thank you for sharing. How can we understand the phenomenon of high-functioning people with psychopathy?
I don't know that really exists.
Like Elizabeth Holmes. I mean, she would be considered a psychopath even though she is a perfect person.
Well, how do you define perfection?
I think she had a great focus about her. She was able to block out everything that wasn't important and shut off her emotions when she needed to.
Yeah.
And she was able to just, kind of not care what other people were saying. She just did what she needed to do. And if she alienated people or hurt people, it didn't matter to her because she had a goal. And to me, that's just so admirable.
Yep.
Are there ways that one can seek to, sort of steal her secret?
I don't know.
Could that be sort of a lab that we open?
Maybe you could apply for a CPA fund to try it.
Feels like something that might be more of like a scientific fund. I'm not as familiar with those, but my brain is going to MacArthur.
The Genius Award.
I wouldn't use that word to describe myself. But is there another one that you think would be more?
Nothing comes to mind.
Can McKinsey teach you how to be a psychopath, or do you have to know that going in?
I think that some environments can teach you to behave like people with psychopathy.
We want to avoid a stigmatizing language, but how do you delicately balance that with, talking about things that are very sensitive and have real world, consequences and are messy,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I get that a lot. A pill that people take to be happy.
Sure.
Does it have legs?
It can.
Would you fund it?
I don't have any money.
Betty, do you have a pen? It's fine. What about this? What about this? A support group.
Those exist.
Has anyone tried writing their findings down and putting them in a book?
Yes.
Have people tried TikTok?
I'm sure.
And are there movies yet about happiness?
I think so.
Could there be a TV show?
Probably.
But there's not a podcast.
I think there is. I'll tell you my most important message for all students, and that comes from my research. Don't be an asshole.
Someone text Josh.